I know Chigs is in here recording or some shit.
No Chid Smooth in here, right? So whatever you say,
you know, Che gonna have everything up there.
whatever you say, Chid's gonna be on YouTube with it, man. I like you.
Come on.
And I'll read you his message on live. By the way, I feel like you guys know my dispositions. I'm not somebody who's, usually I'll give it a recap on it, right? So Blueface, I was really taken aback. Blueface is a guy who, like, Blueface can hit my phone anytime. Like, Blueface has hit my phone, like, especially with the songs with him and DDG. I love DDG. DDG's my guy. I love Blueface too. And Blueface has, like, sent me songs and be like, yo, Ak. And by the way, and I understand, like, sometimes he's sending me songs like that just because they're not going through the big label thing. So he's just trying to put out songs and, like, trying to heat shit up, whatever. He sent me songs that I liked, like, really liked. And I'm like, oh, shit. Yo, appreciate you for sending it to me early. Bro, I'm going to, like, let me know when the video's coming out. I'm going to help you with the promo. I'll throw it up on my page and send third. So me and Blueface, I've always thought we had a great relationship. You know what I mean? This is where shit got a little bit left for me and Blueface. So Blueface's girl, which is what's her name? Chrisean Rock. She reached out to me. I didn't reach out to her. She reached out to me in light of everything with Blueface, and she offered, hey, I want to come have a sit down to tell you and talk to your platform about everything that's been going on. This is after she got locked up for, quote unquote, stealing a car, also some drugs. But this is after what people see on social media where she was breaking into Blueface's crib and there was like her blood got on some shit and she was writing in blood. Pretty crazy if you ask me. But anyway, she hit me up. She said, let's do an interview. I said, okay. Now, somebody else hit me up. By the way, this is from her account. Say, yo, let's do this interview because we got to get some of the stuff right. And I'm like, you know what? Okay, if you feel like there's been misinformation put out about her, the best thing to do really is to clear this up. So I'm like, yo, when are y'all ready to do it? Didn't really get no response. I followed up again. I'm like, yo, y'all reached out for an interview. When are y'all trying to do it? And at that point, which was, again, I understand in the grand scheme of things. At that time, she hit, so just speak transparently. I now realize she was mad at Blueface, and like a lot of women do. And this is why, like, I'm even more upset by the situation. Because a lot of men, and I've done this in the past, allow the emotions of a girl that I'm dating to dictate how I've moved with people in the industry. So she's mad at him because, he's defending Wack, and Wack is like violating her online. And I guess she wanted to speak out about the relationship. Like, yo, no, I'm not no groupie. Like, I was with Blueface, blah, blah. I didn't know what she wanted to speak about. She just said she wanted to just speak, right? Anyway, when we reached out back again, her and Blueface was on better terms. Instantly, she said to us, hey, by the way, yeah, we could still get the interview done, but Chrisean Rock has a fee. I'm confused at this point. You reached out to me for an interview when you're getting slandered by everyone because you want to clear everything up. I follow up and you say you have a fee. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If I didn't pay Antonio Brown, if I didn't pay 21 Savage, if I didn't pay any of the guys you've ever seen me with on camera, it just wouldn't make sense. I'm just talking business with y'all because I like to keep it open and honest. It wouldn't make sense for me to pay someone who doesn't have a hit song, who in all reality is only known for Blueface. Now, I know somebody, and I was reading YouTube comments when I first addressed this, and everyone was like, yo, Ak was blah, blah, like they were attacking me. And I was trying to explain to people. And I think that's where my last stream went crazy. Because, at least addressing this, my job here is to break down these break down the wall and misinformation with the industry. I don't know if you guys think this is a thing, but I'm going to clear it up for you. If you are a top platform, for the most part, I can tell you who does pay. Like, Vlad pays a lot of people. Salute to Vlad. But there's a lot of people who used to just call Vlad the police. But if, niggas will say you're the police, but you offer them 10 bands, they don't care if you're police, right? So Vlad pays. That's 100%. But you won't get the Breakfast Club paying you. You won't get me paying you. Shit, even Hot 97, who's ass, they won't pay you either. The majority of platforms just won't pay you, especially when they don't need you. And that's just the mere fact. So this particular woman had that type of mentality, and I came on stream to say, let me give y'all, and I could go down everybody who I've had on the podcast. Name the biggest guest. Kodak, I never paid. 21 Savage, I never paid. Never paid 6. Me and 6ix9ine never exchanged money in life. I've never paid anyone. Imagine me start paying someone named Chrisean Rock. Now, the only reason I even brought that public, because there's a lot of times, and there's certain people now who haven't fucked up to think I'm going to pay them, which won't happen. I'm not the person who brings everything private publicly. You get me? The only reason that this happened to go public is because this person tried to make a statement. It's like, oh, well, you should be paying me this and third. And I'm just trying to give y'all the realistic example. For anybody who wants to make it in the industry, this is how you don't. Like, it's not even about her. It's a bigger picture for me. Because you know what? There's some kid right now who thinks if you get 100,000 followers, people should pay you for interviews. You're not getting paid. You're not. At least not if you want to be interviewed by the people you want to be interviewed by. You get me? Put like this. I'm being so truthful about this. I shouldn't even be this truthful. That's why I hate when I tell y'all information, because y'all use it against me. You know why Antonio Brown charges full send and charges these other people? Because he was a football player who was super hot at the moment for whatever drama that was around him, and people wanted to capture that. Bro, I talked to the dude. I was like, yo, you trying to do this this podcast? I ain't gonna lie. He brought up like, yo, mad people are paying me. I'm like, all right, cool. We'll do that. You know what he said to me? But I am dropping an album. I know you're on Spotify. What's up? Like, bro, like, we're doing music here. Like, I'm not here to get no exclusive on you and Tom Brady. I don't give a fuck about that. So it's just one of those things where it's like, yo, like, I understand, like, this whole thing. I'm just giving y'all the real game of it. Where, like, I think people might be just misunderstood in how promo goes. Nobody's paying, none of the big platforms are paying for interviews except Vlad. So the point I was trying to make with Shorty was just like, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. And I wouldn't even care until Blueface said something. You know what I mean? Blueface, who I believe was defending his girlfriend, jumped out the window and said, and by the way, you know, I read the message what he said. He said, yo, I just seen your episode and I ain't jump out the window. Oh, it's like you just wanted me now. On you and our relationship, bro. I fuck with you till this day. You put my name in it talking about I'm irrelevant. Ain't nobody ask you who was relevant. If you gonna talk about the bitch, that's what? If you gonna talk about the bitch, that's cool. I ain't save her once, but you put my name in the mix. I'm gonna defend myself. That's why I jumped out the window. I simply made a tweet. Ain't disrespect y'all at all. Blueface, yes or no? And I get what he's saying. He's saying, because I'm always accountable for what I said. So pretty much what happened is I said while talking about the Chrisean Rock situation, I wanted to give a lesson to new artists. If you think you should be getting paid for interviews, you'll never get a show. Like, let me just say that again. If you're trying to get paid for interviews, you won't ever book a show with people showing up, because you're looking at the money for the money. People pay media outlets and whatever for promo. An interview is a free opportunity for you to promo yourself. Artists don't make money from doing interviews. Artists make money from doing shows and selling records. So I was just saying that. Now, granted, did I mention Blueface's name? Yes. Because I said the only reason why I would ever want to talk to Chrisean Rock is because she has some proximity to Blueface. That's a fact. Now, this is where I could be honest. And I could, you know, in having some of these conversations, which everybody tries to dissect later, I love reading the comment section because most of y'all act like y'all are perfect, but like it's not. What I could say is, in me criticizing her, did I throw him under the bus? Yeah, I did. Because I said the only reason I would care about you is because of your boyfriend, Blueface, who we barely care about right now. That's what I said. Reading his text right now, that was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. He's right. And that's where I think the conversation, and this is how men could handle stuff, because we could have a conversation about that, because I could say, you know what? Y'all didn't necessarily need to bring your name up. Even though I was trying to make a point, but I get it. While making a point with her, I probably shaded you. Makes sense. And I think that's fair. So, going back, I didn't appreciate how he responded to that. And the way he responded was, yo, well, if you ain't want to, something about if you ain't want to pay and if we not relevant, I felt he was co-signing the act of a new artist trying to ask a big platform for compensation for an interview, which is just ridiculous. I'm telling y'all now, I don't know about these other platforms. Akademiks will never fucking pay for an interview ever in life. If I'm paying for an interview, nigga, I get the biggest views talking by myself. I will never pay for an interview. I will just sit here and run my fucking mouth and I will not talk to nobody. It will never happen. But this is where, as a man, you could get to realize and figure out, hey, well, you did something unintended. He felt a certain type of way. He reacted. Then he did something that made you feel some type of way. And it's probably miscommunication. Now, granted, do I still stand on Chrisean Rock? And I don't care if it's his girlfriend or not. Nobody's going to pay for an interview for you. And actually, to be honest, that is the 100% way. Your career will never go nowhere. If you ever talk money to any outlets that could promote you, when you're not established, you're done. And I'll tell Blueface this, I'll tell her this, I'll tell any artist this. Her career is a dub. You've handled it wrong thus far. Now, I knew this, but she has no career. So I can be honest. I was definitely taking it out on Blueface. Yes, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm petty, bro. Like, I'm not one of these other media niggas, and I'm going to always be honest with you. I was definitely taking it out on Blueface. Given what he said, given my new recount of the information, is that fair? No. And I'll leave it there because I'm going to hit up Blueface, and we'll talk. Because here's the thing. You see, so many people are driven by ego that if they were me, they wouldn't have this conversation as I'm having it and admit where I was maybe wrong, that maybe have led him to go wrong. You get what I mean? And then own up to that and realize rather than escalate it, you could also fix it. Now, granted, I'm only talking to Blueface because I know somebody's going to be like, yo, no. I think his girlfriend or whatever she is to him has handled this the wrong way. She'll never succeed in music business. However, Blueface is an artist who has been doing his thing. And to keep it real, me and him, we had a decent relationship. He used to send me mad tracks who I used to like, and I used to be communicating, yo, you should drop this, you should drop that. So I was shocked when he jumped out like that because I'm like, Blueface, you wouldn't charge me money for an interview. Why would you encourage your girlfriend? But this is where, being a grown adult and being able to handle an explanation. By the way, this is not an apology. It's not. It's his explanation of what went down. And I'm glad I seen that because now I understood he had a different point of view. And if I think like him, probably made sense. Okay? So me and him will talk. It's fine.